Welcome back, everybody. We're back on Haraami United. You've got myself, Abzal, and I've got Akil with me today. We've got quite a bit to go through, so we're going to get straight into it. But I think, Akil, we're probably better off starting with the Premier League, man. The Premier League is back.
Yeah, you know what? The league's back. The games are back. Even yesterday, Haaland scored a really good goal.
Oh, the second goal. What a finish, man. I saw someone tweet like, "Oh, Haaland's proven he's not a one-season wonder," and I thought he was never going to be a one-season wonder.
No, he's not. He's not gonna. You know, I know a guy who basically supports Man City as well, and he even said himself that he thinks Haaland's not going to be up to scoring that many goals because of the physicality of the league. And I looked at him, I thought, you know what, you're a City fan
Just seeing
yourself.
what he did yesterday.
I'm like, you're a City fan yourself, and you're actually saying that, and he goes, no, but he goes, we've let go of a lot of players, we've not signed anyone. I go, but bro, you're a City fan. You don't understand that. You need to back your striker. But then after the game, he was just like, you know what, I might even get proved wrong. But
I think what it is with City fans, I've got a few City mates that are like this, and basically because they've done the treble, I think they're expecting a drop off, and obviously Mahrez left. Walker's ended up staying. Silva might still stay. We don't know. Obviously, Gvardiol come in, Kovacic come in. You've still got a stupid amount of talent in that squad. I think from a fan's perspective, City can afford to have a quiet year.
yeah, I do agree with you. And the thing is, as well, is if you look at the game yesterday, Kevin De Bruyne got injured in the first half. I think he's going to be key to City, but if he's not going to be there, then I think it's going to be like not a massive drop off, but it's going to be quite a drop off. But I think the City fans, like my mate was saying, that he goes to me, it's actually hit me that we've won the Champions League, and I was like, yeah, but the
Took
next
long
time,
enough, man.
yeah, but I go the next time you're going to win it, if you do win it, when you do win it, you're not going to feel nothing because you've already won that Champions League. But just appreciate the fact that you were there when you won the basically when Man City lifted the Champions League. Do you know what I mean?
That's it. It's like a lot of our fans, isn't it? You know,
Yeah, that's what it is.
we were alive and around in '99. Yeah, we might have been kids, but we still knew what it meant. Whereas nowadays, a lot of the fan base don't have that same.
They don't. They don't. They don't. That's the thing. They don't appreciate the things around them until it happens.
That's it.
And,
That's
yeah.
exactly the words. They don't appreciate the.
And what it is, I think, with the Glazers just being there, I think it's killed off a lot of the mood. Now, because we haven't won the Premier League in quite a while, is it over 11 years? 10 years?
Fergie retired in 2013, so it's
10
so
years.
it's going on 11.
I think if the next time we win a Premier League, it's going to hit differently, like the Liverpool fans. I think it's going to hit differently for a lot of the fans as well, because a lot of the fans now are young. I'm not saying obviously there's older fans with it, but they've basically been through that.
Yeah, we're essentially in a newer generation of fans,
Yeah.
and there's a good chance that the majority of these fans do not know the ins and outs of Sir Alex Ferguson and what a great manager he was, and how how many teams he built, his principles, everything about him. Like, there's not a manager in world football like that today, and I don't think you'll ever get another manager on that level. For me, the only other person on that level, and I'm not saying this from a trophy perspective, I'm saying this as a longevity perspective, and also how he changed the game, Arsene Wenger.
Yeah, I was gonna say Arsene Wenger. You cannot. I think when it comes to Fergie, you have to give Fergie his own little trophy cabinet. But on top of that, you have to mention Arsene Wenger in that bracket somewhere. Because them two, when it comes to longevity and the way they changed the football in England, was totally different.
Yeah, 100%. If I can just quickly jump in.
Yeah.
It's 2-0, bro.
But Munich losing.
RB Leipzig 2-0, and the second goal was a banger.
Wow. And
He's
Kane's
done
on
like
bench.
a Cruyff turn and then slotted it in.
Wow.
Absolute banger.
That's mad. That's mad. That is mad.
This is just... But yeah, man, back to the Premier League. Man City won 3-0. I'll be honest, I expected Burnley to essentially part the season, bend over and be like, yeah, do it. But you know what? They played well.
They did.
They put up
They
a
did.
very good fight, and I think they proved that one thing they did that I didn't expect was they pressed Man City. And when they pressed City, it ruffled them a bit. Obviously, we saw the Pep, the Haaland argument, whatever you want to call it, at half time or whatever. But like, I don't think there's anything in that. I mean, did you see the article that come out about Foden?
No.
How he apparently ripped Foden apart in front of everyone. And the next day or later on, Foden stood up to him and was like, don't talk to me like that again. Who do you think you are? And Pep was like, I wanted to see that from you. I wanted you to come out your shell. I want, like, basically, he publicly berated him so that Foden had essentially
to basically be that banda in it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, banda ban kind
yeah,
of. Yeah, banda ban, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But I mean, the guy's still a kid, you know what I mean? And he's achieved a lot. But I think with Foden, he needs to dig his heels into the ground and just get going.
Yeah,
he needs to literally just get going.
He's in a world-class team, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Even if he doesn't develop to the levels that City fans want, he's still going to be one of the most decorated Premier League players probably when he retires. If he does anyone stay anywhere for a lifetime anymore? You know, I think the last player I remember doing it was Totti.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Totti. I mean, the only thing, I mean, the City game, I watched the highlights of it. So I didn't actually watch the full 90 minutes, and I didn't see the style of play that they played as well. But I think I'm gonna go into Arsenal because I watched the game today, and that was quite a good game.
Bro,
Arsenal
they
Forest.
ain't messing about.
No,
they're here to stay.
Yeah.
And I know it's only Forest, but my God, Saka.
Okay, no, come on,
Saka. Banger, mate.
You know what? I actually, I'm not saying I never rated him. I thought Saka would not reach those levels. When I said those levels, are like proper high levels. But you know what? He's starting to prove
I thought the
wrong.
same as you, but
yeah.
Here's my theory on that is Arsenal fans cause me to think that.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm actually glad he's proven me wrong because now he can take that to the England stage as well, and be that figure for England as well.
Hopefully,
Because
man, we know what happened last time.
Yeah, so because you know what it is, obviously when that happened as well with the racism between obviously Saka, Rashford and Sancho in the Euros, I think that literally broke them all and stuff. And it was one of those things where
it's so good to see not just their own clubs, the whole country support these guys.
Yeah,
there was a few bad eggs here and there, but you're going to get that no matter what. And I think there was something today that there is the whole no room for racism campaign this weekend across the opening day, or the opening weekend of the Premier League. Again, we fully back that, man. You know, like, doesn't matter what color you are, what race you are, what religion. You know, the football's football, but deeper than that, it's life. Do you know what I mean? Why can't we just all live in perfect harmony and get along? But without disagreements, I don't think we'd be anywhere. So obviously, let's just not keep them to race and things like that. Let's have, more trivial things like football, for example. But yeah, man, we saw Arsenal. Did you catch the West Ham game?
No. I went for a trim because I thought it's a 3 p.m. kickoff. I'll go for a trim, get that out of the way. But I got home in time for the Newcastle game. What a game!
Well, West Ham was 1-1 Bournemouth, I think. So from what I saw people tweeting about it and stuff, and it looked like Bournemouth had all the ball, but then they had to score late on, and it ended up 1-1. So I don't know, maybe West Ham took their chances. But, I mean, one game I did manage to watch was Brighton.
Against Luton.
Brighton versus Luton, and oh my days.
Brighton.
The talent in that squad.
See, the thing is with Brighton, they are one of 3 teams to be dark horses to break into the top 4. You've got Brighton. Well, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna say Newcastle as a dark horse. I'm gonna say Brighton and Villa. Because I think
So who's
Newcastle.
the third?
Yeah, so I'm gonna say 2 now, basically.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, because I think Tottenham are not gonna make top 4 now. So let's just basically rip that team apart.
That's gonna hit them hard, man.
Yeah, but it's I think if they don't sign a proper striker, then they
Well, they signed the guy from Fulham, that Mano Solomon. Obviously, they've got Richarlison. They've just got given 95 million quid.
I don't think Richarlison hits numbers, you know.
I don't think he does, you know.
Yeah.
I think they go for Mitrovic, you know.
Tottenham.
And I think in that Maddison, Son...
I don't, you know why?
Perisic.
Because I think Fulham have got a good team there with Paulinho as well. And they got
Yeah,
Adama
but
Traore now as
didn't
well.
Mitrovic kick off when they rejected the Saudi bid?
Yeah. But then he's still there, isn't he?
Yeah, apparently he's still there. He's training perfectly fine. I mean, he might just be a good professional. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, there was that. Fulham beat Everton 1-0. Apparently, Everton just had a shocker from what I saw. Palace beat Sheffield, one of my favourite strikers, Odsonne Edouard. But the game of the day, man.
Villas.
Newcastle Villa, bro.
I know.
Flipping.
Like, that's literally the match.
5-1?
Yeah.
What? Like, I mean, if you're watching Match of the Day tonight, that's the main event.
You know, the funny thing is, as well, is this is a Saturday. Tomorrow, we've got Chelsea, Liverpool.
Chelsea, Liverpool, and Tottenham, Brentford.
Yeah. So forget Tottenham. Forget them out of the picture. You know what? I think Ivan Toney might end up going to Tottenham now.
In January, after the ban.
Yeah.
Could happen.
But yeah, let's go back to the Villa and Newcastle game. Like I've always said it. I've always rated Tonali. When he was at Brescia, then he went to Milan.
See, like I said, all I knew about him was he was a football manager wonder kid. Watched him a few times in real life. He looked relatively decent, but my God, what a player, man!
Yeah.
He's just like, I know Italian fans have compared him to Pirlo, and for me, Pirlo's one of the greatest of all time in that position. But I see it, the class,
They also compared Marco Verratti to Pirlo as well, didn't he?
Yeah,
but I don't think he is. Yeah,
Verratti's a bit more. He's a bit more dogged.
Yeah, I know.
He's more Haraami.
Yeah,
Pirlo was. Pirlo was just sheer class, man.
But this guy Tonali, in the first 10 minutes, he was literally everywhere.
When he scored.
And I'm just like thinking, and then he had that shot. Literally afterwards, could have made it 2-0.
Yeah, when he got hurt. To me, if he squares that, it's 2-0. But then you got obviously Diaby debut goal. What a goal that was as well. Isaac, the first goal.
Yeah, bro, he's sick.
Bro, the second goal. What on earth was that second goal, man?
You know what? We actually go back to Football Manager. He was the one striker that he signed because he's a wonder kid. And when Newcastle signed him, I was just like, yo.
I knew he was going to do bits. I knew it when he signed him.
Yeah, because I think he signed him from Dortmund, wasn't it?
No, Isak. Was he not Sociedad?
I think, yeah. Yeah,
Isak Sociedad, because it's Moukoko that's at Dortmund. That Yusuf Moukoko, he's at Dortmund.
Yeah, he actually started at Dortmund. So from Dortmund, he was at Dortmund too. Then he went to Dortmund first team, played 5 games, and then he went on loan to Willem in Holland.
Yeah,
Then he
yeah,
got sold to Real Sociedad, then Newcastle.
yeah. What a
Yeah,
pickup
because I
that is. And
remember.
you know the best thing about that move? They took him off, and Callum Wilson scored. His replacement came on and scored.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I know.
yeah,
Personally, for me, I feel like Newcastle don't have a lot of depth, which they don't. I still think they need one or two more players. Maybe FFP's caught up with them a little bit, and that's why they're not as active. But maybe they can get a couple of loans in. We'll wait and see. But the recruitment, man, from the first signing of the Saudi era in what was it? Was it Trippier?
yeah.
Trippier, Dan Burn, like
Dan Bird's a really good signing, He's a really good
Trippier.
player.
You bought a world-class professional, a set-piece taker,
Yeah.
a leader. In Dan Burn, you bought a hometown boy, you bought a fan of the club, also a great athlete.
Yeah.
And, he's going to give his all for that badge.
You know one person that I was impressed with? Yeah, I was going to say Botman. Botman I was impressed with.
Bro, he's just quietly gone about his business.
Yeah.
And, for me, when you don't mention a centre-back, I think that's when you know how good they are.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, for example, Maguire used to get mentioned all the time. Lindelof gets mentioned all the time. When do you see people talking about Varane and Martinez?
Yeah.
When do you see people talking about John Stones, apart from John Stones carries the ball? It's very hard to find a bad word about John Stones, and that speaks to, the level of talent in the lad.
Yeah. But you know what it is, though? You have to give credit because of the recruitment team as well. You have to give credit to the Saudi owners, Amanda. I mean, they've got the.
Have you caught the first episode of All or Nothing? By the way,
is it out?
It's well, I don't know when it came out, but I seen it on Prime before, so I don't know when it came out, but it is out. All or Nothing.
I've watched the trailer to it.
The trailer looks sick.
Where Amanda come into the taxi and she was saying that believers will get Anthony Gordon or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's. Yeah, I didn't know it was actually out. I might need to.
Yeah. Gordon had a good game. And get another debut goal, Harvey Barnes.
Yeah.
Bro, these lot are on a mad one.
Bro, I actually forgot Harvey Barnes signed from.
I did.
I forgot. I was like, yo, this kid, Harvey Barnes.
You know what? And I tweeted this out before. Newcastle made a statement today. They said to Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham, if you want top four, you're going to have to fight us for it.
Bro, I don't think it's even top four. I can see them challenging. I think if they can get 1-2 players in, but I think what they're doing is what City are doing, getting the right players for the manager.
Yeah, and I think a lot of credit obviously goes to Eddie Howe.
I don't think I don't think they will replace Eddie Howe's manager. I think they've got faith in him. They're trying to build. They're not trying to put down it as the Saudi-backed owners and everything. They're just looking at the recruitment.
Yeah, they're trying to build Newcastle United Football Club, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's not about, this is owned by MBS and PIF. This is, this is Newcastle United Football Club.
Yeah.
We're managed by Eddie Howe. These are our players. I've said this, I don't know how many times, but, I go to Newcastle quite frequently. I've got family there and stuff. And whenever you drive into the city, the first thing you see is St. James's Park because it's in the heart of the city. It's one of few stadiums like it.
Yeah.
It just encapsulates everything. Whether you're a football fan or not, you know about the Toon Army and Newcastle and Black and White and, the Magpies and all that sort of stuff. And, the buzz that must be around that city now is... I want that at United, bro. I want that buzz.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I still remember when the actual takeover got confirmed. The whole of
People
City
were
of Newcastle, bro, it was flooded with Newcastle fans. Flooded.
They had a party on one of the reporters was there, and the fans were there having a party down at St. James's Park.
But you know what? I'm actually going to make a prediction because I even said it. I don't see Newcastle dropping off. I see them not challenging for the title, but hitting that 1-2 spot. They finished 4th.
Ooh.
I think they're going to hit that 1-2 spot. They're going to challenge Arsenal. I do expect Arsenal to do quite better, but challenge obviously City I'm not saying they're going to end up winning the title because that's like a proper
But
bold
challenging
prediction.
City is a whole different ball game, bro.
That's the thing.
They are on
And
another level.
last season they went toe to toe with them. Now I'm predicting Newcastle to do it again this season because this first game was a statement saying we're here, we're gonna stay, we're in the Champions League,
Yeah.
we won. Because how many years has it been now that the new owners came in? 2 years now, 2.5.
Is it not 1.5?
I think something like that. But do you remember the statement they said as well? They said within 5 years, something like that, we won Champions
Yeah.
League football, not
But
Premier League.
look at what they did in the first year. They qualified for the Champions League. They
Mm,
made it to a cup final.
yeah,
They, recruitment wise, they've not. I wouldn't say they've massively overpaid for anybody.
they haven't. They haven't
They've been
at all.
very much. This is our price. If you want to do business, let's talk. If not, see you later. We'll find someone else.
The Bruno signing for me was in January.
Bruno Guimaraes.
Yeah, I think it was
I believe
January.
it was January.
Yeah, that when he came in January, I thought, you know what, they actually mean serious business because in January you don't actually sign serious players unless obviously when Bruno came in, that's different. But Bruno coming in January was literally a game changer, and now it's just like they've got Tonali in as well, bro. That's just another. That midfield three today, Tonali, Bruno, and Joelinton was literally insane. That's literally saying, look at Chelsea's, yeah. So if they end up signing Lavia and Caicedo, bring Enzo
We're gonna get
Fernandez
into
in
that,
there.
by the way, because that Caicedo shit is popping off.
Yeah. So
But,
just that midfield three, it literally gives me goosebumps thinking, yo, they're here
and
to
the thing
stay.
is, with the Newcastle middle three, as you said, Tonali's a 6. He's a natural 6. All he's gonna do is sit in front of the back 4.
Yeah.
He's gonna screen that back 4. He may have to drop back when Trippier bombs forward or Dan Burn makes a run forward or something like that. Other than that, he will get forward when he can. As we saw today, he got a goal. But then you have Joelinton, who, since Eddie Howe has come in, has had a complete flipping 180 on his career. I don't even recognize, the old Joelinton couldn't even make a pass, man. Yeah. This dude's running like his life depends on it.
There's one thing I want to say is if there's any Newcastle fans listening in and they want to come on the show just to give your opinion on everything about your club, feel free to drop us a message on all social medias. We would actually love to bring in.
Yeah, we need a Newcastle fan on, man.
We need a Newcastle fan to come in.
You know what I mean?
So
you need the Geordie accent.
So if you are willing to come on, speak about Newcastle, your club, feel free to message us, and let's basically get you on the pod just to get your opinion on the whole takeover, the whole Mike Ashley part as well. What you see for the future,
bastard,
bro. He is. Mike Ashley was proper fucking army.
Didn't he stop St. Maximum wearing the Gucci headband?
Yeah.
Because he wanted him to wear a Sports Direct one or something.
Yeah. Like, but that's
St. Maximum was like, nah, man, I'll just wear a plain one.
But if that's not Haraami, I don't know what it is.
Proper Haraami can juice.
But yeah, let's actually get into the Todd Bowley, Chelsea, Liverpool, because that's literally a proper.
No, it's not Todd Bowley anymore, bro.
Is it not?
I seen Chelsea fans saying it's the Todd father.
Is it?
The Todd father, bro. That's what they're calling him. Bro, what do you say?
Bro, you know what? I remember that a few nights ago. It went from Chelsea to Liverpool. Lavia went to
Romano
Chelsea.
tweeted at like 2 a.m. That Liverpool were going to offer a record-breaking amount, and Lavia was still waiting on his Liverpool move, right?
And then Chelsea waiting for Lavia.
48 million, which got rejected.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, it became Chelsea are going to bid. Then you got the here we go on Tyler Adams. Then the Tyler Adams deal fell apart. Then it became the player doesn't actually want Liverpool, he wants Chelsea.
Yeah, but then you got
but in the meantime, you had Jurgen Klopp go into the press conference and literally say, literally he may as well have held up a shirt that said Caicedo number 6 or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell has gone on?
And then you had Carragher backtracking.
You bid a world record amount and got it rejected. But not a British record, sorry, British record.
You had Carragher backtracking. You had Liverpool fans literally just coming out and saying, it's the agent and not
FSG
player.
out, FSG in, FSG out, FSG in.
Like, make up your minds. You know what I mean? Like, bro, it's mad.
Have you heard what they want to do, though?
Liverpool.
I think they want to agree the deal and they want to present him. This is Chelsea, by the way. Chelsea want to present him and Lavia at Stamford Bridge tomorrow.
Yeah. I think
that is gonna boil some piss with the Scousers.
I think Romano tweeted it late last night when I was out with some of my lads, and my mate was showing me that Romano said obviously they want him to unveil him at the bridge.
A bit like we did with Varane, Casemiro, and Højlund, obviously. But man, what drama, bro? That was all that happened, and then the day before was obviously the Harry Kane saga, which was buying a bid a record amount. It's been accepted. Well, not a record amount. They bid, I think it was like 105 million euros or something.
Yeah.
It's been accepted. Now, historically, Daniel Levy never even negotiated for, Harry Kane.
Yeah.
So he's all of a sudden accepted a bid. Then it was like, he's going to go. Then you had Sky saying personal terms aren't done. Then they were like, oh, it's looking increasingly likely that he's going to stay. Then Florian Plettenberg, shout out Plettenberg, absolutely, you know what? Fantastic.
You know what?
He
knew
his story and he stuck to it.
And you know what? He proved me wrong as well. I'll be honest with you.
He proved me wrong.
Yeah.
He made me a fan. Shout out you, man.
And you know what? I if you remember on the, I think it's Haraami episode 8. This was on
episode
Monday,
9.
wasn't it? Was it
episode
9? Yeah. 9. Yeah, episode 9.
We said it.
It was on Sunday, wasn't it? Something like that. Saturday,
Sunday or Monday, I think it went out. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think we recorded Sunday. It went out Monday.
So obviously, I got the text, and I even said it there. In there, I said the words "Came to Munich" is practically done.
More or less done.
So if you want to obviously go back to that video, it's Haraami episode 9, where obviously I mentioned I got the text Kane Munich practically done. But yeah, I mean Plettenberg literally has proved me wrong.
Because at first I kind of thought it was very much. So how it comes across to me, or how it came across to me, because it wasn't just Plettenberg, it was Christian Falk as well, who covers Bayern Munich. They were very much, he's signing for Bayern, it's done. And the English media were, no, he's staying here. But then I thought, is this not just the Germans sticking by their own?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Is this not just the Germans backing their own men? Which, it may well have been, but look, it paid off. Loads of other fucked up nonsense happened in the meantime, because then you had what happened? Oh, the thing with the plane. He was at Stansted when he was at Stansted Airport, and Levy was like, "No,
it's not done yet." Yeah, we've not been given. I think they've said we're not being given the authorization from Munich for you to travel. Because
I don't know what it was, because Munich were blaming Tottenham were blaming Munich. Then it came out again from Plettenberg that Harry Kane will fly once Munich give him permission. So then I was a bit like, why would he? He's a Tottenham Hotspur player, right? He's on their roster. Why would he need to get permission from Bayern Munich, but it not be from Tottenham?
Yeah.
So that kind of told me that, okay, yeah, this is done. Shattered my dreams of Harry Kane to Man United, sadly.
Oh, I know. Same here.
But you know what? You know what? He deserves it. He absolutely deserves it, man. I hope he goes there. I hope he wins trophies. We may or may not see him break the Alan Shearer goal record now. I am of the belief that had he stayed in the Premier League, he may have... No, I'm not even saying may have. Had he stayed in the Premier League this season and beyond, whether that's Tottenham, Chelsea, City, United, whoever, and ended his career in the Premier League, I think he would have been the first ever striker to hit 300 Premier League goals.
Yeah.
Easily. And then I don't think anyone tops that for a long time, because I could see Haaland maybe sticking around for 3-4 years, 150 to 200 goals, off to Madrid, off to, whoever.
I mean, what it is with Kane, he said it himself, I think, in an interview for Munich. He wanted a new challenge. Now, I do get the whole new challenge and new country and everything.
Okay. He went to a bit of a farmers league.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
Like, people mention PSG as a farmers league, but for me also,
I'd say Ligue 1 is more of a farmers league than the Bundesliga.
Bundesliga, but then it's still
because in the Bundesliga, a lot of the teams are on a similar sort of level.
But haven't Munich won it 11 times in a row?
Yeah, something like that. But then last season they literally got taken to the wire by Dortmund.
Yeah.
I was rooting for Dortmund last season because I wanted Sebastian Haller to win the league.
Yeah.
After obviously coming back from cancer.
And Bellingham as well, to be honest with you.
No, I didn't really care about, but I was more into the story of Haller's back. He's done his treatment. He's on the mend, and there was a chance for him to do it. And I just really wanted it to happen, but Bayern Munich had other ideas.
Yeah, I mean, you know what it is. You can't mess with Bayern Munich, man. We actually have to give Harry Kane the best of luck in the Bundesliga. Obviously, he is going to end up smashing it.
I saw something on Sky about Harry Kane, and they said he will go to the Bundesliga. No doubt he will win DFB Pokals. No doubt he will win the Super Cup, although currently, like I said, 2-0 down. Although he's not on the pitch just yet, I don't think. From what I can see, he's not on the pitch. He's still on the bench.
Yeah.
He will probably win a Champions League, probably get top goal scorer there. And he will have that appetite as a winner. He'll have that winning mentality, not to discredit Tottenham. But I think that then when he goes to England duty, and is he England captain?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's England captain. He's leading the line. Imagine that mentality and that winning steel he's going to have from Germany. That could translate into England.
Yeah. Because the Germans are different to the English, innit?
Yeah,
the mentality and everything. I think
with the English, you get a medal for taking part, bro. It's flipping bollocks.
You know,
we're here to win.
With the Munich side as well, is you've got Musiala, Gnabry. You've got a really good team there with Kane. As much as I wanted him at United, he's going to Munich. I think this puts Munich as one of the Champions League favourites for me. I think if you look at the Champions League team now in the this season, I can't see City. I don't think City. They're gonna have a much more harder time defending it.
Yeah, it's not easy to defend the Champions League, man. And
no.
Look at Real Madrid. Wasn't it like the second of the three? All the knockout games were comebacks.
Yeah, but I think Real Madrid have got that Champions League mentality.
Yeah,
that
was their stage, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think it is. I think it still is. I think it still is. Real Madrid. I think obviously.
I think what it was with Madrid, it was that team, wasn't it? It was Courtois, Ramos, Casemiro, Kroos, Modric, Ronaldo, Bale, Benzema, amongst others, Valverde. Yeah. Camavinga was there for what? I think Camavinga won one.
1-1, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Charmani's won one yet.
No, I think Camavinga's won 2, hasn't he?
I don't know. I think he's only won 1 with them.
When did he come?
Yeah, man. Literally, it's you look at that side. Obviously, Casemiro now at United, Varane now at United, Ramos. Yeah. I don't know where Ramos. I believe he's left PSG.
Yeah, he's a free agent. He's a free agent.
You know what?
He's a free agent.
If Newcastle want a free agent centre back that's got a winning mentality,
yeah, go for it.
Give Sergio a call, innit? Number 4.
I think Marcelo is not there as well.
Marcelo's in Brazil now, obviously. Yeah, confirmation. Kane's not on yet. He's warming up. I think warming up. It looks like anyway. But yeah, man. what's obviously the Ronaldo in Saudi, Benzema in Saudi, Bale has, I think, retired.
Yeah.
So do you know what I mean? That team's been ripped apart, but look at how they've replaced it, man. You've got Vinicius, you've got Rodrigo, you've got Bellingham,
Yeah, I think Bale's retired. It says
Chouameni, Camavinga, Valverde. You know, you've got stars in that side. You've got Alaba in defence. You've got Militao, Courtois. Sadly, whatever's happened, I think he tore his ACL or something. So he's probably out for the season, but they've just bought in, well, they're bringing in Kepa on loan. So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, it says Bale's retired from professional football from the 9th of January. Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? That guy's a baller, though. You know for a fact.
Yeah, you know what is? He still had a great career. To me, I think there was a big disconnection between him and the Madrid fans.
Yeah.
But
would you class him as the best British player that's played for Madrid?
Well, who are other options?
He's basically the most successful, but then you got Beckham.
Yeah, but I don't think Beckham was that successful at Madrid.
Nah, he wasn't.
Because I don't think they didn't win the Champions League, did they?
Yeah, I don't think Bale's had that much of an appreciation from the Madrid fans.
Yeah, he hasn't. But then I don't think he's endeared himself to them either. Like it's that whole thing of it takes two to tango. Like I think they were a bit annoyed that he never learnt the language or he never spoke Spanish, and then he went to was it LAFC? And in his first press conference, he spoke Spanish, and you just think that was a bit of a slap in the face to the Madrid fans. But look, he was a phenomenal athlete, phenomenal footballer. One thing I'm always going to remember is everyone shares that heat map, and they're like, "Who's this?" If you know ball, and it's when Bale knocks it past Maicon and he runs on the outside of the pitch. Yeah, that cut in. Well.
Even the Barcelona one as well.
There was an overhead kick from Bale as well. Yeah. Obviously, he scored goals in part of the three-peat. I think he scored in La Decima to win them the 10th one.
Yeah.
But again, what an athlete, man. But talking about athletes and wingers, and Real Madrid more specifically, Kylian Mbappe, bro. What's going on there?
Bro, I've just heard
1 minute he's in exile. The next minute they're talking about new terms.
And he wants to stay.
It's like
the only thing we can say. The only thing we can say is this window has been crazy,
and it's not over yet.
No,
I can't wait, man.
Yeah,
you've still got, obviously, from a United perspective, you still got Amrabat, links to Pavard and to Debo. And I think that's our business,
Yeah.
I don't think we do anything more than that.
I think even Neymar, they were saying.
Yeah, they've told Neymar he can leave.
Yeah. Harry Kane has come off the bench to make his Munich debut.
Yep. I'm on Sky. He's waiting to come on. Okay. From what I can see.
Yeah, but Neymar, apparently he's allowed to leave. PSG want him to leave as well, and he's actually apparently from some Spanish journalists have said that he's agreed personal terms with Barcelona.
But apparently Xavi doesn't want him.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. This window has been mad. Jude Bellingham scores on his debut for Real Madrid. The lead 2-0 against Bilbao. Is it La Liga side?
Yeah. La Liga started. I think La Liga was last week.
La Liga?
Yeah. La Liga and Liga were last week.
No, is it?
Was it match day 1 today for La Liga?
Kane
is on.
Match day 1.
And Mateus Tel is off.
Yes, match day 1 this for Real Madrid. La Liga. Kepa, loan deal for Madrid. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mentioned it before. Obviously, going to Madrid to replace Courtois. Sadly, the injury happened. Bro, I thought they were finally going to get David De Gea, man. I was actually rooting for Dave. You know, I wanted to finally get his move. I mean, it would have been like, what, 8-9 years since the fax machine incident? But I wanted that to happen for him. And I see a lot of people, I want to call a lot of people out here. I see a lot of people saying that Dave didn't get the move because he was this, because he was that. No, listen. David De Gea is still one of the best shot stoppers in the world.
Yep.
He may not be a great sweeper keeper or whatever the modern incarnation of this goalkeeper thing is, but as a goalkeeper, as a shot stopper, his reflexes, his double saves, his triple saves, they were bar none. He was the best at that for me. Apart from for me, he's the best at that in the modern game with the players that we have today. And I just think all these people saying, giving him stick. Look, he's left the club. Let him live his life. What are you gonna do? You're gonna follow him around for the rest of your life, giving him shit? Like, what kind of time have you got on your hands, and how sad can you actually be? He was a great servant to this football club. He won a league title with this football club. He won trophies. He set records. Wherever he goes, again, we wish him all the best. But the abuse needs to stop, man. Like, you wanted him out. He's gone. Be flipping happy. He's gone. Yeah. Why are you carrying it on?
No, I completely agree. Like, I think
I can see it happening with Maguire as well, bro. I can see people latching onto Maguire at West Ham and giving him a load of stick. Like, no, you wanted him out of Man United. He's gone. He's moved on. Now it's time for you to move on as well.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. Like, everything you just said there, you've literally read my mind and stuff. I think it's basically just United fans being negative overall. It's a split divide, isn't it?
Oh, definitely, bro. There's definitely a big ass divide. But for me, I want to talk to you about something, Akil, bro.
Go on.
You tweeted something earlier today.
Yes.
Okay. You tweeted about our mates in the Middle East.
Qatar.
You tweeted about Qatar and you said you had an update. So
I'm not gonna go right into it because I want to cover a few of the things.
Of course, yeah.
Before that, so the first thing I want to cover is what's on the house of the company houses. So a few days ago, I got a DM from. I'm not gonna go into detail about who it was, what they do and stuff, but I got a DM from someone and they mentioned the company houses. They mentioned the club loans slowly being paid off, the land loans being paid off, and it was from obviously elderly.
Just to clarify, this is the land around Manchester United, and if I can stop you there 1 second, Leipzig have a penalty.
Oh,
Danny Olmo, I think it is.
Yeah.
No, Sesko taking it. Oh, he's buried it, bro. 3-0.
Wow. Kane, come back.
Sorry. Continue.
Yeah, so this sub company for United, that's only registered United. They have been buying land for quite a while now. So, from what I got told a few months ago was that they're going to be continuing buying land, and some of the loans and stuff like that are going to be paid off. Now you can actually find that on company houses, and I got a DM from quite a few people, confirming that as well when I mentioned it, and they were like, "You were right," and I was like, "Yeah, I know." But the thing is, I'm not.
It's always good when the haters say you're right, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, but
it tastes that little bit sweeter.
Yeah, but the thing is, so I'll be honest with you. Like, I'm actually having a chat with you here, and I'm gonna be quite honest. I'm not one to say I told you so or I'm right or whatever. Yes, it is good to get the credit that you do deserve, but I'm not here for the clicks, likes, the credit and stuff like that. I'm just here to, if I can give you some information, I will give you the information. Now, if it's
Yeah,
up to you to believe it or not, fair enough. If they're gonna call me out, just be patient. It will eventually come out.
that's
That's
it. And I
all.
think a lot of
That's all
the
it is.
for
And I
me,
think
a lot of it is patience. Obviously,
I
I
don't think
saw
a
the
lot of
tweet.
fans have. I don't think a lot of the fans have got that because of the 18 years of Glazers.
I was going to say
Um,
it's the 18 years of Glazers, but it's also it's us as society nowadays. You look at on demand stuff, Netflix, Prime, but you can watch something whenever you want.
yeah,
And with stuff like Netflix and Prime and Disney Plus, you don't even need to wait for adverts.
no,
People get actively pissed off when they're watching live TV and adverts happen.
yeah, yeah,
Like, do you know what I mean? It's
right,
just society nowadays, bro. But the
yeah,
thing is, as well, I saw a lot of these tweets and I saw a lot of them like, oh, people said this, you said that. Listen, it's up to you whether you want to believe it or not. Do you know
yeah.
what I mean? We're not out here banging a drum saying, hey, believe us, we're the ones with all the information. Like
Sec-
Akil said, if he's got
yeah.
information, he will
Secondly,
pass that on.
secondly, the second thing I wanted to mention was, so obviously I just literally just seen a tweet saying about a flight tracker saying HBJ's plane has flown out from London to Doha. Now
I saw this tweet.
now I got told on Monday early Monday morning. I'm not gonna mention who. I think a lot of people quite
Yeah, please
know.
don't mention names.
I think people know who because I mention him quite often behind the scenes and everything. But he was like, "I'm going London to work with these lot. Um, I'll try or whatever." But HBJ, which is Sheikh Jassim's dad, he's a former Prime Minister of Qatar. He literally ran QIA, bought half a majority of London. His plane was spotted in London from Monday all the way, and now today, like literally about an hour ago, his plane flew out through the flight tracker. Everyone's tracking it all week, and literally, I'm getting updates from DMs from everyone on Twitter, like, "Yo, his planes there, his planes there, his planes there," and I'm just like, I know, I know, I know. Do you know what I mean? So now, one of the reasons was okay. So that plane on Monday, the question what everyone was asking me was because it was a blocked flight. Where did that plane come from? Because it didn't come from um, Doha. It actually came from Scotland. Now, another thing I
Eh?
got told. Yeah,
It came from HBJ went to Scotland.
yeah. So what it
Bro,
is?
he went for some iron brew in it.
Yeah, yeah. I
He
think
went for a can of
I
iron
think
brew, bro.
I think he went to see the whole Zander Iron Brew, trying to get Iron
Yeah.
Brew to basically Manchester United. No, so what it is, HBJ has also been buying more property in Scotland. So you got Glasgow, Inverness, and you've got Manchester. He's buying them, and more in London. Now these properties, I've not been told what they are. They could be also hotels, mansions, houses. I do believe they are mansions and houses, but I think they also are more investments in that sense. Um,
Yeah,
so yeah,
it's diversifying a portfolio, really, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, and I
like you
think
said,
that's what
the
he's,
guy basically started QIA.
and I
You
think
know what I
that's what
mean?
he's good for
He
as
knows
well.
what he's doing.
I think that's what if you ask a lot of people in the Middle East as well, they will say HBJ when it comes to investments, he's really smart. He actually thinks about it first. He doesn't use obviously his heart. He uses his brain, and that's where the clever side of it comes from
Well,
as
that's
well.
what's got him to where he is in life, And
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask
yeah,
you something now. This is just me and you, yeah.
yeah. Go on.
In your personal opinion,
Mm-hmm.
do you think HBJ will play an active role in either the day-to-day running or whatever kind of running of Manchester United once the 9-2 Foundation and Sheikh Jassim take over? Or do you think it's more he's sort of like he's just a figurehead that's in the picture because of family connections kind of thing?
Okay, so what? So I think he's not going to play a role. I think when it comes to the football side of it, and even the club itself, he's going to have no part in it. I think what he's going to play a massive role in is the investment that goes into the city of Manchester.
Yeah.
I think that's for. I think HBJ is known for that basically. Because I think in one of the interviews he said with David Rubenstein, um, David Rubenstein is basically Carlisle Group's owner CEO who they are best friends with, and they've also linked to a minority stake with United as well by the media. So they was never going to go into it anyway. But with HBJ, when it comes to investment in cities, he plays a big part. Look at London itself now; they're going to take over
Yeah, you've got
Manchester.
Canary Wharf, you've got the Shard, you've got Harrods. You know,
Now, this
just to
is
name a
my
few.
opinion. This is my opinion, like you said. My opinion. He's going to be part of the whole investment of the city of Manchester. He's going to bring that to life just the
Yeah,
way
it's
he did
essentially
do.
how the Abu Dhabi group and Sheikh Mansour have rebuilt East Manchester in a way.
Yeah,
It's kind of
yeah.
it's like that, isn't it? Like obviously you have what's his name? I hate the guy's name. I hate him, man. I see his face every year on YouTube.
Khaldun,
It comes up on my yes, Khaldun. Khaldun al
Khaldun
Mubarak
Al
is
Mubarak.
obviously
Yeah,
he's like the main man.
yeah,
Mansour is obviously behind the scenes.
yeah,
Well, we never see him. We saw him once at Champions League final. He looked like a
yeah.
completely different guy.
I mean, what it is, I think it'll be the similar to United as well because these Arabs they don't like to be seen in public a lot. You know what I mean? So,
Well, it's
but
like
more,
our friend Yusuf said. This
yeah,
is entertainment.
yeah.
For them, this is as much as it is about investment, it's also about entertainment. And bro, they ain't gonna lose.
No, that you know what it
They
is. Their return of investment is the investment in Manchester.
yeah,
But
that's
for
it.
them, it's the whole entertainment. They have literally bought. Well, they will end up taking it. United, their whole bid for United is like a toy, basically. They're buying it as a toy, and all they
Yeah,
want to
it's
do is. But the whole investment is going to be real.
and the
You're
thing
going
is,
to
if you
see,
think of how many generations of the Al Thani family there are, you've got HBJ,
yeah,
who's like you said, we think he may be involved in sort of the Manchester aspect of it
yeah.
rather than the Manchester. He's putting the Manchester back in Manchester, in it. He's doing what Jim
Basically,
Ratcliffe wanted to do.
yeah. But you've got
But
Jim Ratcliffe, who's not even actually doing it.
yeah, and then you've got Sheikh Jassim, who's obviously involved in the football club,
Yeah,
and then you've got my favorite guy. You got Fahad, bro.
bro. Fahad is literally,
Fahad is a legend. Like the dude's a massive fan. Like I don't
bro.
know if
You
he
have,
listens,
bro.
but if he
You know
does,
when United,
Fahad, give us a call,
when
bro.
when United actually announce a transfer, the first people that I see is on Twitter. Everyone literally screenshotting his story and putting it on Twitter.
It's his story in it and liking it and all
They're
that.
literally saying Farhad, the son of Sheikh Jassim, approves of the transfer. We were just like, yo, everyone's onto him anyway. You know what I mean? That's the
Yeah,
thing.
he's not being covert about it, but you know what? I love that man. I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
because it's in a way it's his excitement, but it also shows a passion.
yeah,
And
yeah,
like I said, in sort of a generational sort of time, maybe as Sheikh
yeah,
Jassim gets older, he chooses to step down,
yeah.
and he may or may not hand the reins over to Fahad.
Hmm.
Um, obviously, we saw when the Qataris came to Man United, it was Fadi and Shabazz
Yeah,
that were there as like his two right hand men in a
mm,
sense.
yeah.
But I believe when it comes time, he'll probably step down and it'll be Fahad. And if Fadi and Shabazz are in the picture, they'll probably, in effect, become his advisors as well.
You know,
Um,
if you look at it from, I'm gonna put it into a different perspective. Now, look at the team that 92 Foundation are. You've got a Lebanese Fadi, who's obviously his right hand man, lawyer, and everything. And then you got Shabazz, who's literally the president, who's got so much experience, who's
where's he from, bro?
Pakistani,
Where's he from? Where's he from?
Pakistan.
Chacha G. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know what I mean though. Like his team is not even Arab. It's literally Lebanese and Pakistani, and it just shows that multicultural, that he's not all. It's just the experience that Sheikh Jassim has that
Thing
he
is,
needs
these
as
kind
well.
of people, right? They surround themselves with people that are like-minded individuals.
Yeah,
Like there's that saying in it, you often
mm,
become the company you keep.
yeah,
Now, in terms of that, let's look at a few sports stars.
yeah,
Let's look at Floyd Mayweather,
yeah,
50-0, one of the greatest
yeah,
boxers of all time, one of the first billionaires in the history of the sport. No,
yeah,
the first billionaire in the history of boxing. He had a very good financial advisor in Al Heyman.
mm,
The money team, TBE, TMT, all the branding, the Mayweather Boxing Club, all the the casinos, all of that. Like Mayweather made money.
yeah,
Whatever you think of him personally, you can't deny the fact that he is a very successful individual and he's a very wealthy individual.
mm,
And then you look at, let's say, Michael Jordan, another one.
yeah,
Jordan, if you watch Air, a lot of it was down to his parents. So that is obviously, but that's again the company you keep. And bro, these guys are winners, man.
yeah. You know
Sheikh
what?
Jassim's a winner.
You know
Fadi's a
what?
winner.
You know what? Let's actually get into the question that you actually asked me about the tweet that I did about something from Qatar. So it's not takeover related. Now I'm gonna put it out there. It's not takeover related, but it's Qatar related because I got sent a photo from one of my contacts, and Sheikh Jassim is not in London. He wasn't in London all week. Um, 1 second.
No, that's fine, man. I know, obviously, like you said, Sheikh Jassim wasn't in London. My question is, where was he? I would love to know, especially if HBJ's been knocking about and HBJ's been in Scotland. I want to know where Sheikh Jassim's been.
Yeah, so sorry about that. I just had to take a phone call.
No, it's all good, bro. You
Um,
you you do you.
yeah. So no, I'm here. I'm done now. So anyway,
Oh,
the answer,
cool.
the answer to your question, basically, what I was gonna say was, Sheikh Jassim, he's not in London. He's not been in London. He has been the past few weeks, but this week he's not been. Only his dad has. So where he's been, and I just got this message, like at the start of the podcast that we started recording, was he has been in Cannes, near Monaco. Um,
Oh, in France.
yeah, based in France. So he's been in Cannes. Now, I think a few months ago, I think last month or somewhere, someone posted a picture of his Porsche in red with the number plate 92
I was
MUFC.
gonna say, is that the 92 MUFC Porsche?
Yeah, but in this one, it's not that one, but it's a red Ferrari. Now, the person who sent me over, he's actually claimed, he said himself that Sheikh Jassim's literally driving that one about in Cannes. He's driving that one about, the new one, the new Ferrari, that one. And what he just told me recently was he's actually bought a few more properties in Cannes.
So it sounds like,
It's not a takeover related tweet, but it's more of a Qatar related. Now, if you want to put two and two together, again, it's just investments. But I think this is where Sheikh Jassim is mainly allocated. I think you've got you've got Qatar, Monaco, Cannes, you've got Old Trafford, Manchester, London. I think if you ask me, my opinion, I think if it's not going to be Doha or Manchester, he's going to be based in Monaco, Cannes, because
yeah,
that's where
it's across the river, innit? Across the
yeah,
channel.
because that's where HBJ's yacht has been for the past couple of months. That's where he's
That's
been.
got to be a bad boy yacht.
Yeah, I know. And if his dad's yacht's in Monaco, Cannes, for quite a while, I think obviously he's going to be going out from there. instead of going all the way back to Doha, he's literally going to be in probably Cannes, where he can stop, not fly straight over like an 8-9 hour flight, literally do like a half stop, and that's about it, and then either go back to Manchester or London. That's what I think what might happen when it comes to the Qatari side of things. But yeah, his dad's literally bought properties all over UK, Scotland, England, Manchester recently. And this guy, Jassim, has literally bought a few properties over in Cannes. And I think that red Ferrari is probably a new purchase as well. But the thing is, I've also got a photo as well, and I'm actually debating to mark it as a brown Monday.
Do we tweet that? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm actually thinking about it as well. Should I drop it or not?
Let's get that one cleared first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, we don't want to be in war with anybody. But yeah, my personal opinion is, obviously I asked you the question about HBJ being actively involved, just because I have this opinion that, again, this is only my opinion, guys. Don't take this as gospel or anything, but my opinion is that obviously when the takeover happens, Glazers are gone. Obviously, a new board of directors will be formed. I think how do we put this? The head of that will be HBJ. And I think on that board will be Sheikh Jassim, Fadi, Shabazz, maybe even Fahad.
You know what? I don't think HBJ will be part of the board of members, board of directors. I don't think so. I think it'll be Fadi, Shabazz, and Jassim. I don't think it'll be Fahad as well, but I think he'll be like one of those
Do you reckon they bring in some ex-United players?
The only two that
or does that mean we have to betray them as well? You know
no,
what I mean?
I mean everyone's talking about Rio and Kane.
I don't see it being Rio for pure thing.
To be honest with you,
podcast.
Even Roy Keane, I don't see Roy Keane as well. I think Roy Keane's not one to basically be involved in that sense.
Can you imagine Roy Keane in a boardroom?
I know. This is the thing that he would literally break
like, listen, son, sign the contract. Sign the contract or you're going through the table.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, the only two that make sense for me is Beckham and Gary Neville.
Beckham I can see happening because obviously he's at an ownership level with Miami FC. Neville, obviously he stepped down from Salford.
Yeah, but I think with Neville,
so
the way I see it is David Beckham is more of a marketing tool for Qatar.
So of course.
When you look at what they want to do to the city of Manchester, it won't be working with United, but it'll be more to do with the city of Manchester, where you literally putting his face of the brand all over Manchester.
Yeah, it'll be Beckham. Obviously, Neville's got a lot of land in the city. Neville's got contacts.
And if you look at Gary Neville,
be Andy Burnham.
If you look at Gary Neville as well, I think from him it's going to be the property side of it because he knows, and he's basically done a lot of property development in Manchester as well, city centre and everything. I think that's where he comes into the picture when it comes to Qatar. It'll be mainly to do with the property side of it. Either it'll be, I mean, it could even be the stadium. You know what I mean? But it'll be the property side of it where Gary Neville is involved. I believe. That's two people that I believe might be part of the board of directors. I don't think so, but it might just be like an off contract kind of thing.
Yeah,
maybe
like an advisor or a consultant.
But let me just, before you obviously end it and everything, because I think it's been quite a long time. Just to clarify, it's not a takeover update. It's literally a Qatar update where they've literally bought properties in London, Manchester, Inverness, and Glasgow, and Jassim's bought more property in Cannes. And so yeah, you can make that of what you will. Again, obviously, like I said, a lot of people have mentioned recently that on companies' houses, some of the loans been paid off and everything.
That's one thing I just want to mention. Obviously, the company's house was that company that's got Arnold and Joel and Avram as the directors or whatever, right?
And
now, I think Darcy.
No, I think I think it's Frank Glazer, Joe Glazer, Richard Arnold, and Patrick Stewart.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So it's two of the Glazers, Arnold and Stewart.
Yeah.
But to me, so how I would understand this is you would buy Manchester United. You would also buy these little sub companies, put them all under the Manchester United umbrella, so to speak, which means by default, you then own all of that land, which we know United own a lot of the land in Trafford anyway.
Mm.
And then we get ourselves a flipping football village, bro.
Yeah.
We get fan zone, we get some cafes, we get a state-of-the-art stadium, maybe 90,000, maybe 100,000, whatever's doable by sort of regulation standpoint.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for it.
There's another thing that I want to add just before you obviously will leave the podcast and everything, but even a couple of months, I know one guy who works in Trafford Park. I work in Trafford Park as well, but obviously there's one guy who's basically mentioned, the land, the businesses around Old Trafford. They've actually been told, the land that United own there, they've been told to be evacuated by September.
They've been given their notice on the
notice. Basically, they've been given the notice as well. And I got told that by a few people as well, and it was just like, okay, somewhat is happening. But yeah,
again, it's about putting two and two together, isn't it? It's about
that's all it is. And you know what it is? People do actually do that. They just think, let's go with the media, what they say, and that's about it. But you know what? If it makes you happy,
for me, it's not even people believe in the media. It's people. I think it's people wanting to believe that they are right all the time. I think Harps mentioned it on a previous episode. I think this is the one you weren't in with Emma, maybe.
Yeah.
And it was something about, or maybe even before that one, where Harps said, and we were talking about sort of ITKs and all this sort of stuff, is like some random Twitter account will pluck out a name from thin air. Let's say the kid Brighton have signing to replace Caicedo. I can't pronounce his name, so I'm not even going to try. They will pluck him out and they will be like, oh, this guy's a world beater. He's Kante and Makaleli combined, and he's better than Caicedo. If he flops, people will hound him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People will hound that Twitter account.
Yeah.
For years on end. Oh, you said this guy was this. You said this guy was that. But then if that guy is right, that guy is the one to be like, oh, you heard it here first. I'm the one who told you this.
Do you not think that, the first part of it where you just said that this guy has said he's going to be a good player and everything, but he turns out to be crap, like absolute thrak. Do you not think that's an opinion of that guy thinking, this guy?
Well, this is what I mean. It could. This is what I'm getting at is when he's saying, "Oh, the guy's going to be amazing," and it turns out that he's crap. It turns into the guy's opinion, right? But when this guy says he's going to be amazing and the player turns out to be amazing, it then turns into, "Oh, I told you first. You heard it here first." Do you know what I mean? And it's like, you do you, stay in your lane. It's not hard. It's not difficult. Society is too reactionary to certain things. And one last thing on Harry Kane watch. It's the Tottenham effect, bro. Leipzig have won it 3-0.
Bro, he should have come to United. Legit.
Leipzig have won it 3-0.
You know what? I know it's
Danny
one
Almo hat. Oh no, it was. My apologies. It was not Sesko who took the penalty. Almo. It was Danny Almo. Danny Almo got a hat trick.
Let me just mention this. I know it's one game and it was his debut as well, and he should have started maybe. Always on the bench, but
I don't know if he could have started because of all the rigmarole that went on.
But I think obviously for me, he should have come to United, but he's not. I wish him the best of luck. But let's see what happens.
That's it, man. Best of luck, Harry Kane. Best of luck, Kim Min-jae as well, who went there. Congratulations, RB Leipzig. In particular, Danny Almo scored a hat trick. But that's it from us. We will probably be back soon in the next couple of days. We've got Man United Wolves on Monday night. So no doubt we'll be back after that. But until then, guys, keep it locked, keep it Haraami.